Police can use all different kinds of weapons, and what's interesting is that many of these weapons were developed by militaries for use in conflict. But now these weapons are turned around and used against protesters and civilians within their own countries. These weapons are not less lethal or non-lethal at all. Really, how they're used makes a huge difference in what kind of injuries they cause.
It has the potential to create almost a false sense of security for those who use it, who may think that if they use it, if they call it less lethal or non-lethal, that it cannot have lethal effects.
Police say they were here to keep the peace, but there's anger. Officers brought tear gas and automatic rifles to a primary school.
In some instances, we see that police can fire these canisters directly at protesters. So from that, we do see blindness and severe brain damage and brain trauma and even death when they hit the wrong place. If a rubber or plastic bullet hit your eye, you would most likely be blind because it's a blunt trauma to that eye.
In this video being played by South African media, you see the 33-year-old father shot in the chest with rubber bullets. The damage is almost immediately evident. And when the ambulance arrives on the scene, it's already too late.
So if you shoot them from a very short distance, they have the speed and the lethality of a regular bullet. But if you shoot it from a distance, because of how they spin in the air, they don't hit a target as you would intend.
Dani's killing has raised questions about heavy-handedness when dealing with civilians.
The overall level of repression in society may actually increase because it's used consistently in situations where it shouldn't be used.
People are killed from crowd control weapons, it's usually considered an accident or a mistake, and the investigations are just not as strong or not there.
We looked at something like 140 laws or so of states. In many cases, the domestic laws on the use of force are inadequate.
The police departments themselves decide who buys what, and there's really a lack of regulation on what is sold and bought and what kind of testing needs to happen before these weapons enter the market.
The onus should be on governments and police forces to test them properly and regulate them properly, to install a rigorous authorization process for any new technology before they can be used in protest situations.
Police and military have to really think about the proportionate use of force and when they use these weapons and when it's appropriate to use these weapons.